The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not too not familiar. It's a new craze. Hey, good girls, do you wanna just say, hey, I wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother, and Me 2.0.
Yeah.
I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis McElroy.
I'm Chaz, and I've got a bone to pick with you, because I'm a dog, and dogs love bones.
Fuck.
What were we thinking?
What were we thinking? So, just to do a progress report, we have made a significant investment. For My Brother, Me 2.0, we redid the studio. We,
Huge media blast. Huge media blast.
Huge
media
marketing
blast.
push. Maybe you saw us in Jurassic World, the trailer.
I think the biggest change, the biggest sacrifice that between all three of us is that I had to go in and change the Twitter icon.
Yeah, for sure.
For My Brother, Me. That was probably the biggest change that any of us
Yeah,
did.
I mean, I was asleep during my dog body transformation where I got surgically turned into a dog. So, like, I didn't really feel it, you know?
Well, I've had to spend a lot of time cleaning up after Griffin. Does that count as a sacrifice? I mean, I do
Travis.
it out of love.
Travis, give us the skinny on just how explosive the growth of My Brother, Me 2.0 has been.
Well, we've seen about a 0.000003% increase.
So that's like,
Okay.
so that's just one.
Yeah, it was one guy.
One guy
One guy
listening to
who
half
was
the show.
He was really into the Powerade stuff at first, and then he was like, "Okay, I get it." And then we kept doing it, and I was sitting with him while he was listening to it.
I should mention.
He got turned off about halfway through.
I should mention I was going over our Powerade contract.
I got it here. Hold on.
Okay, if you turn to Index J, and then Codex B, and then indices 13 through 6, it goes backwards, you'll actually see that they aren't paying us.
There is no money
There's no
involved.
money. We read through the contract and like the exclusivity.
Okay.
We looked at exclusivity. We're like, yes. They like, you don't have to mention the forbidden flavors. And we're like, good, because we wouldn't peddle that to our listeners.
Yeah,
but
no
what
long
we-
pork. Flavor.
we didn't-
We don't talk about the long pork flavor.
Right, but what we didn't do was look over the contract for an index or a codex that mentions restitution.
Well, fuck,
money.
I just like signed a lease on a sports car that's branded with like Powerade down the sides
Yeah.
and on the hood and
And
everything.
and they're not. No, that's not. You're paying for
Fuck.
that. Yeah, they're actually taking money out of our pockets. So why God did we sign on for a 3-year deal
We have a 3-year deal with...
with Powerade, and they're getting us coming and going?
Yeah. So, I don't think we can abandon My Brother, Me 2.0. We are
Legally.
locked into this.
Legally we
Legally
can.
speaking.
So welcome to my brother and me 2.0.
Boys in the house, get it?
Sorry. Let's do it right. Powerade presents my brother and me 2.0.
A Powerade experience.
A Powerade experience. Ride the lightning.
I have to read this bit they have here. Make sure to listen to the show on your Barnes & Noble Nook to get special enhanced media crossplay features like a Catch the Chaz minigame and also complimentary coupons for Powerade.
Just an important question.
Yeah.
Does Powerade make the Nook?
What?
Get yourself electrolyte blasted, and then maybe dig into Crime and Punishment.
They have a co-sponsorship deal. It's a transmedia.
It makes complete sense when you think about it.
It does. There's no overlap there, so that it can be. All right, let's just get on with the fucking
Let's just do the show and maybe focus on our core competencies. And just, I need some level of distraction.
There will be some wet stunts
Yeah, I'm
We
fine
are
with the wet stunts. I'm fine with the wet stunts. We're just not getting paid fucking anything for it. This
Well, but
podcast was an
Griffin,
important
isn't
revenue
wet
stream
stunt
for me.
Well done, worth it.
No, because I spent $300,000 on this inflatable obstacle course.
Justin
No
bought
one
the
told you to do that, Justin.
Justin
That's
bought the
true.
Wipeout obstacle course because he said, "quote I want to get really good at the Wipeout obstacle course."
And he
Mm-hmm.
spent $200,000 on the Blob from the movie Heavyweights, which
Yeah,
once again, no one told you to do, Justin.
Yeah, also not worth $200,000. Like
Well,
maybe
that's debatable.
maybe
It's a
six
piece of history.
Okay, let's get on it.
My husband
Wait,
has
on the
this-
Blob?
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. All episodes of the podcast will now be recorded on the Blob.
My husband has a terrible habit of removing his socks all over the house.
That was me on the Blob.
Sorry, I jumped
Sorry.
on and flipped Griffin into the lake. It's full of Powerade.
The worst part is if he's in the living room.
The mosquitoes are terrible.
Start a-
It's
start a
just
question.
a stagnant lake. of Powerade.
I couldn't
starting
hear the
over.
question because I was flying through the air away from you.
Don't interrupt me. And don't make any more Wipeout specific references. I won't get them. My brother has a terrible habit of removing his socks all over the house. The worst part is, if he's in the living room, he stuffs them between the couch cushions. Do you do weird things like this to annoy your wives? Oh, that annoy your wives, not specifically intended to
Okay.
annoy your
Oh,
wives.
that was a way different.
And
meaning.
what have they done to cope or get you to stop? And that's from Help Brothers. Please tell me how to restore my wedded bliss. This is from House of Socks in Houston. I don't think I have anything. You know, I'm pretty much,
The best.
I do this. So this one I have.
Is this okay? Is this a universal thing? Because I was just
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I do this. I take my socks off
Well,
everywhere.
Well, it is weird how, like, in your day to day, no matter what you are doing, getting to that point where you're like, what is with these fucking socks?
Yeah.
Why am I wearing these bad boys? I gotta get these off.
I will
It's like-
also often only take one off, and like it's not like I do that on purpose. Like I'll take one off and then get distracted by something, and realize
Yeah.
like 45 minutes later, I just have one sock on, and I have no idea what the other one is.
I think of it as like being a sock farmer, where come the winter seasons, I will have a harvest where I'm sitting in the living room with my wife, watching Orphan Black, and I got cold feet. I don't want to go into the bedroom though, where I keep my socks normally. I wish I had a secret stash, and then lo and behold, secret stash is right there waiting for me. Now they're a little dry.
But you know, in the winter, you got to get the preserved stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe you've brined them.
Yeah, it's sock jerky essentially is what you're making.
I think everybody has things like this in their life. I mean, I know I have my own little quirks. I leave the toilet seat up. I make love to men and women other than my wife. I leave the cabinets open. At every turn. I think that it's part of the adjustment of living with another person.
Yeah, everyone's
I
got
just
fun
make
stuff.
love too good, you know? And my wife's so annoyed. She's like, "Oh, stop making love so good all the time."
Yeah, like I leave glasses of water around the house so much that I'm basically like the little girl from Signs, and also I've been siphoning funds out of my wife's retirement account to buy myself crack, and then I smoke all the crack, and then sometimes I like don't do the dishes.
Yeah.
But
it's
you know,
hard.
that's what marriage is like, learning to love the fact that your husband is gaslighting you slowly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're going insane, but maybe it's like you grow old and insane together.
yeah,
The problem with voicing these concerns are that, like, if my wife says to me, "Hey, fucking with the cabinets, seriously, stop it," because Mom used to get on us. Do you remember that? Like, Mom would get on our case about this constantly because we would go into the kitchen and leave every cabinet open and then just walk out. So, like, this has been a recurring problem. And so Sydney will bring this up to me, and I'll like. The danger of that is I'll remember to close cabinets and expect a fucking medal for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, hey, hey, did you notice any cabinets today? Especially,
Do you think you see anything special in the kitchen? Huh?
anything you noticed?
Oh, did you
in
cook?
the
Did you
kitchen?
cook something special for me? No, I just didn't fuck up as bad
Yeah,
as I
right.
usually do. Treat,
I do the
please.
socks things constantly.
Yeah.
God, that's so annoying. I do. I leave them. But I usually like. I put the socks in a place where it could theoretically, like, if you were a severely disturbed person, could be the place where you put socks. Like, I will drape them over the arm of the couch. Like, oh no, that was intentional. This is where I meant to put the socks.
It's so they were in eyesight, so I would get them later. I would say, "Oh yeah,
that's a good one,
Oh yeah,
right?
these socks." I do a thing where I take my socks off after I ride the exercise bike, which we keep in the living room, watch our property brothers while I bike, and I just grind it out and I try to drop some LBs. And then I get off the bike and I'm like, oh, sweaty socks, take them off and throw them on the floor. And I know that Rachel's like, I would prefer those not to be there, but in my mind, it's like, I just worked out. Like, I earned this. Do you guys want a Yahoo?
Please.
This Yahoo was sent in by Zoe Kansky. Thank you, Zoe. It's by Yahoo.
Climbing that ladder.
Yeah, I almost just like let her rip with a nickname.
Well, her kind of thing is climbing that ladder.
Climbing that
Zoe
ladder.
Kansky's
Well, but then what
thing.
if she's on top? Then we're being
Falling off that ladder.
falling off.
Falling
Nowhere
off
to
that
go.
ladder, but grabbing back onto it at the last second. But now she's about midway down. Got to climb her way back up.
Top of the ladder, about 6 rungs up. Okay.
Wait, quick aside. I was listening to a clip that somebody had posted on YouTube of My Brother, and Me, because I thought it was just called My Brother, and Me Extra Bit, and I thought maybe it was something funny that I had done, and I needed to brighten my day a little bit, so I thought, oh, man, that would feel good. And I listened to it. It was just a bit where we were, like, calling people's names out at the end for tweeting about the show. Do you remember when we used to do this?
Yeah.
This is, like, episode 150, if I remember correctly, so basically over 2 years ago. And one of the names I thanked for tweeting about us was Drew Davenport. That dude has been on the bus for so long, much longer than I realized.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the Drew Davenport back then. He had to listen, observe, learn, grow.
Drew Davenport, one of multiple Drew Davenports.
So, sorry, Zoe Kinsky climbing that ladder. Let me get that Yahoo from you.
It's by Yahoo Answers user Benjamin C, who asks, is Mountain Dew screwing with my head and increasing my sex drive? Hey guys, smiley face. Okay, so I had my first bottle of Mountain Dew about 5 days ago. Since then, I've been having like 1 to 2 500-milliliter bottles a day. Just today, my girlfriend said I've been acting weird / different. I'm only 16, but apparently my sex drive has increased and I've become, quote, cocky. Cocky means cheeky, saying things that are risky that I usually wouldn't say. I think that's what it means anyway.
Thanks, Merriam-Webster.
I think that's what it means anyway. So, do you guys think it's okay to do with the do? I'm English, by the way. So the do only just recently arrived. Man, I love this stuff. But depending on what you guys think, I reckon I'll quit doing the do. What do you think? Thanks. And then, just to bookend it, another smiley face.
Okay, one, I love anybody who says cocky. Oh, you probably don't know what that means.
Here's what
let
it
me
means.
explain.
Anyway, that's what I think it means.
And
God, if
two,
only there was some way to figure it out for sure.
Griffin, is it possible that this is a Mountain Dew buzz marketing, like, British thing, where they were like, I guess it made me sex too good? I don't know, you guys. You should check it out. I drink like 2 bottles of it a day. It just got here to England. It's this new thing called Mountain Dew that apparently
It
makes
is-
your sex real good.
It's amazing to me. The amazing thing to me is that this shit's just now getting over to the aisles, as I call them, because
Well, it had to go on the ships.
and they got lost. There's 2 reasons why I find this wonderful. Is first of all the fact that it only just arrived. This venerable brand that I wish we had picked up instead of Powerade. Probably the same company owns them anyway. This means I intimate from this knowledge that there has been somebody or a group of people in the aisles that have been just viciously fighting to keep Mountain Dew off their shores. Just
There's scenes of them just like dumping it into a harbor.
or just like maybe there's some politicking, some embargoes, trade embargoes going on just to keep this neon power juice out of
Mr. Prime Minister, we will not do that do.
We don't do it. And
Except
also
they have a British accent.
the second thing though is it makes sense to me all of a sudden why British people drink so much tea that's not good. They drink not great tea most of the time. And it's just because they haven't, like, other better beverages just aren't available yet. But they're coming around now, and pretty soon it's going to be Dew and a Biscuit, love. It's 5:30. It's dew time.
Dew time.
It's dew time, baby. It's 5:30. Dew and a Biscuit, love. You gotta.
Will that trickle down here? Will we have to start calling our smallest tablespoons? Will we call them dew spoons?
Dew spoons, yes, exactly.
3 dew spoons of olive oil.
And when
the
you
recipe?
when you put your balls in another person's mouth, you're dew bagging them. Yes.
That is
But
one thing that-
right wing conservatives will be called Dew partiers, and that sounds amazing to me.
Ooh,
That does
I would
sound like
join that group.
I would
Yeah, I
join
would
that
join
group
that
in a
too.
heartbeat.
I think part of the problem that I'm having answering this question authoritatively, which I would love to do, is that they did not specify what flavor of Mountain Dew they were drinking. And as I'm about to fill you guys in on, there are 69 different flavors of Mountain Dew they could be imbibing.
69.
So- Yeah, nice.
Nice.
They have to stop there. They can never make another one.
Or erase
This is the most extreme number, gentlemen. We
have to
shan't
erase
make
one
a
from
new
history.
Dew.
So I'd like to hit you guys with a few flavors, and you tell me if they are real or fake.
Ooh,
In a game
okay.
I like to call Do or No Do.
There is
Are you
no
ready?
try.
That's a good name. No, he's doing a deal or no deal thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. So here's my first one.
Okay.
Mountain Dew Johnson City Gold.
Don't waste my time.
Okay. Is that real?
No.
No, that's real. It's a flavor variant with a part of a regional Dew promotion, and it has it's a distinctive malt flavored soda from the creators of Mountain Dew.
Oh my god. Malt
Mountain-
it would be distinctive. It would be an unforgettable
This is just like all those
experience.
other malt flavored sodas.
Dewitos. Mountain Dew Dewitos.
I'm going to say that's real.
What would you think it is?
Dorito
Travis?
flavored.
Correct. It is real. It was tested on college campuses in 2014.
Oh my
Mountain Dew Frigid Blast.
No, that's not real. You stumbled
I
over it.
I made that one up.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew Thin Ice Freeze.
That one, yes.
I'm gonna
for
go
maybe
real.
like as a Happy Feet promotion.
Dragon fruit, acai, and pomegranate flavors.
Of course. That's what I want. I'll have that. Excuse me, sir. Do you have this on tap?
Mountain Dew Kryptonite Ice.
Yeah,
That's real.
for
That's
sure.
super real. There is a lot of flavors of Mountain Dew, and they are not as funny to read as I thought they would
No,
be.
they
Is
never
there
are.
one that's like Crystal Dew? I feel like somebody sent that to us recently. where
Yeah,
it's
and
like
that's
just
that's the one that
Crystal
tastes
Dew?
like Crystal Bernard's sweat. And the original tagline for that was "It'll give you wings," but then fucking Red Bull chomped that flavor.
and they had to change it to "It'll make you watch wings."
It'll make
There's one. Mountain Dew Grape.
no. There was Mountain Dew.
Then there's parentheses. Think of better title later.
It is only available in 12-ounce cans in certain Japanese vending machines.
Bill, will you punch this up later? Thanks, Tim.
Thanks. Maybe like pre-wine juice blast or something. I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe like Extreme Mountain Splash. I don't know. You'll think of something. You're a genius.
So this is weird. One of the Yahoos I picked out for us to do on this episode was actually a quiz about Monster Energy flavors, and I'm wondering if I should just jettison that into the archives.
No.
You should actually probably do it right now.
Yeah, you should do it right now.
Quiz flip, flipping the quiz. I'm gonna
Quiz flip.
I have some Monster Energy flavors based on this Yahoo sent in by Chase Greenlee. Thank you, Chase. Asked by Yahoo Answers user Invisible. They're gone. They're dead. But they asked, what are all the Monster Energy flavors? And Yahoo Answers user also not available. Man, Yahoo, you need to get your fucking website right. Reply with a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just gonna hit you with some of them, and you tell me if they're real or not.
In a game we like to call Do or No Do 2.
This is my guess.
Yeah.
Frankenberry, Boo Berry, Fruit Brute,
I
Yummy
get you.
Mummy,
No,
Count
no.
Chocula.
No, these are beverages that are drank by DJs to help them fucking party harder. How about Monster Assault?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's real.
Yeah, Monster Low Carb.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, that one's real. Monster Mixed.
Real.
No, not real.
That's right, Justin. It's not real. Now, Monster Mixed with 2 X's.
real.
Yeah, that one's on point. How about Monster Rehab?
Real.
Yeah, that's a whole chain. They got tea, lemonade, and energy flavor, which I guess now is Dew lemonade and energy. It's a delicious cocktail.
Is it supposed to be like getting you over a hangover? Is that the idea?
It's anti-monster. It nullifies the monster already coursing through your veins, poisoning you from within. How about
It's basically liquid silver.
Monster Hitman?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that's another chain of flavors. They're Monster Shots, 3 fluid ounces of straight party juice. Monster Hitman.
When you only have a short break in between the two records you're playing as a party DJ.
Right, there's Monster Hitman Regular, and if you drink that, you're an idiot. Because you should instead jump on Monster Hitman Lobo and Monster Hitman Sniper. Monster Hitman Sniper was the name of a product that Monster created, and they said, we need a name for this horrible poison shot, and someone said Monster Hitman Sniper, and they said, you just said 3 different words that sound scary, and of course that's what we're going to name it. Happy birthday, Robert. This is your present. We're going to go with your bad idea that you came up with at this Monster meeting.
Monster Hitman Sniper sounds like the translated Japanese title that Die Hard would have.
Yeah.
That's what they call it in Japan.
There's some crazy shit up in here. Espresso Monster Hammer. It's just like, we need 3 words. How about Espresso, Monster, and Hammer? Yeah, cool. Why not?
There's also Italian Cafe Monster. There's Vienna Monster.
Remember that waiter, Jean-Luc, that
And he
brought us
did that
monster?
sick kickflip over the table.
Hey, how about, let me hit you with,
Karate chop my lawn chair in half.
how about this? Laser Monster Sword. Well, yeah, Laser Monster Sword, sure. Again, as long as we get monster in there, the other 2 words just have to sound radical. Hey, how about Jetpack Monster? So 2 monsters? Yeah, but like the second one's not the brand.
Worth
It's
it.
like an actual
Worth it.
monster.
How about Mother of All Monsters?
That's pretty good too. How about Monster? Yeah, I'm loving that.
I'm currently 17 years old and just got out of high school, but not by graduating. That is a cool thing to say. Wow. Why am I not asking this person for advice? I will be 18 this August when I start looking for a job and save it for a deposit on a place once I turn 18. I'm just looking for some advice as far as general how to be an adult advice. And that's from a boy as dry as a popcorn fart in Atlanta. This is crazy. This is a crazy thing you've asked us.
We've made a fucking podcast empire out of drip feeding these answers to people, and you want us to just close up shop and have a fire sale on adult advice?
How you're partying 24/7. You're the coolest person I've ever met. Well, how about I ask you how to get her done constantly?
Is that a thing that you ask people? I don't think that Larry the Cable Guy has ever made it a question. How to get her done?
Well, it's because nobody in the audience has ever been brave enough to ask. Wait, sorry, stop the show.
Lawrence?
Stop the show. What do you mean by that?
Compadre, you just get her done.
Yeah, you said it. You can't just keep saying it.
I mean, I can. I'm legally bound to 3 times a minute.
No, this is the thing. What you guys don't know is if somebody asks that question, Larry the Cable Guy is able to remove his hat, revert back to the human being he was, and then the person who asked the question has to take over
And
as Larry the
becomes
Cable Guy. When they put the hat on, they become Larry the Cable Guy until they're able to eventually solve the riddle of how to get her done.
Or
That's so
pass the
weird
curse
because
along to the next person.
Exactly.
What you just described is a mirror universe version of the plot of Tooth Fairy, which Lawrence the Cable Gentleman is also in.
Oh,
Yeah.
He is in.
Well, that's where they got the idea.
For Larry the... Wait,
No,
hold
Larry
on.
the Cable Guy said, I got an idea for a movie. It's like this horrible hellscape that I'm trapped in. And
What if there's a blue-collar comedian who was, every day, his whole existence was a painscape from which he never received any relief?
And he missed the days when he was a neurosurgeon without an accent.
I used to be a patent lawyer in Rhode Island.
I had a wife and kids. I haven't seen them in 12 painful years.
And I guess what I'm saying is get her done. Wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Boy, that makes you curious, doesn't it?
You could be 27th in the line of Cableman.
A proud tradition of pain.
What if at the end of the Santa Claus, Tim Allen was just like freed, and he's walking out the door of Santa Claus HQ at the North Pole, And he's like, oh my God, I'm going to get out there and live my life. I'm finally free of this curse. And like the last scene after the credits, as he's leaving, is he stumbles across Larry the Cable Guy, who just stares at him and is like, get her done. and Tim Allen, like, as though driven by some otherworldly force, asks him, like, what do you mean get her done? And it's just the cycle begins anew, except this time he's Larry the Cable
Oh, so like the last shot is just Larry the Cable Guy's face lighting up. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
So adult advice.
I think there's something in there, right?
I think like
my number one piece of adult advice is to, whenever like a new scenario, like how to get health insurance, paying bills, whenever a scenario like that presents itself, like just do it, like learn how to do it, educate yourself on it, rather than like trying to dance around it until eventually at like 25 you have to deal with it. Because if like at 18 you can really start to wrap your mind around all of the like minutia of like how to day-to-day deal with like adult life, you'll be so far ahead of the curve. There's stuff I didn't learn how to do till I was like 23 or 24 that I should have been doing so far ahead of that.
is it fucked up to say go back to high school and just finish it? You got so close. You got so close. Like
I mean, I get it.
I get it. It's the worst, but you were so close. Like it breaks my heart that you put in 17 of the 18 years that you got to do to finish it. And if you finish it, like I feel like it's gonna be a lot easier for you out there.
At the very least, just take the test for the GED. Like,
Yeah, you can do it. It's super easy. It's probably super hard. I probably couldn't pass the GED test now.
No question.
No question about it.
I
fail
barely
that
passed
test.
my driver's test.
Yeah.
No question. I drive my little sister Riley home from school, and I sometimes I ask her like, so what'd you learn today? And she starts describing things that I feel like my brain is melting, like trigonometry. Yeah, I remember that. This is good. No, I could not process it anymore. Couldn't handle it. Especially, you know what I definitely couldn't handle anymore? Why I could not do what this person's doing? I could not handle being in a room for an hour and a half, and also I have to eat lunch at like 10:30 or some crazy time, and I have to be in a room for an hour and a half listening to a person, and I can't just like, well, I'm an adult, bye, and walk out. That power is what guides me through every situation in my life. Even if I'm gonna sit and listen to somebody for an hour and a half, I know I have the power
To not learn.
to
To defiantly unlearn things.
to unlearn.
Go back to school.
Go back to school or don't.
Or don't,
If
whatever.
you're not gonna go back to school, learn a martial art. Because if there's one thing I know, if you're gonna wander the world, you'd better be a black belt in something.
Well, I don't think they're talking about...
You're not gonna be a black belt in trigonometry or social studies, clearly. So maybe it's time to learn like Krav Maga or something, which I don't think has belts, but the point remains.
Here's my advice that may be terrible. The Travis McElroy story. Is this. There are lots of people that, like, whenever you hear a story about someone that's really successful in, like, the entertainment industry, for example, who says, like, well, I didn't go to college and said I just started working, and now I'm where I am now. So my advice is this. Either go back to school and focus on doing school, or go into your chosen field and work your fucking ass off. Because what you don't get to do is neither. Like, you don't get to not finish schooling and also kick around for 4 years.
I mean, you do. Lots of people do that.
Yes, but
Then
very
they become
rarely is
artists
that
or
the
something.
person that you're reading, like, the Fortune 500, you know, like,
Just don't waste
biography about.
time, I guess is what Travis is saying. If
Exactly.
you're not going to be in school, fine. Like, that's not for everybody. But, like, throw yourself into something.
Yeah.
Like, go travel or go, like, work really hard at a field and get really good at it. Do something. Like, if you're not going to do the school thing, like, don't waste these days. You're young. You're probably strong, very strong and virile. Just don't waste
Fucking sexy.
sexy.
That works for
Sexy type.
another reason, too, because when people are like, why didn't you finish school? If your response is, nah, I watch SpongeBob a lot, like, no one respects them. And if you're like, you know what, I got out there and started living my life, then everybody's going to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I would also say, in terms of good adult advice, is don't be afraid of how much stuff you don't know about being an adult, because look around at all the dum-dums that are successfully doing that stuff. Like, all of the dum-dums that know how to get a social security card and pay their taxes. They're silly, silly, silly goofs. and they can do it, you can do it. You can do anything if you believe in yourself. You can do anything. You can do anything. But I think you should finish school because you got real close.
Money Zone. Let's go to the Money Zone.
I would like to tell you guys about a sponsor that I'm very close to.
Okay.
And
How close?
I mean, about 2 feet away, because it's like in my bedroom right now.
One might say you've been sleeping with this sponsor.
I've been sleeping with it. I'm in bed with this sponsor. Here's the thing, you guys.
And it's not Powerade who does send sexual representatives that
That is
according to this
true.
contract, the three of us have to take turns making love to. And I hate it. I don't like
We
it.
all hate it. But here's the thing, you guys. My brother and me is sponsored in part by Casper, an online retailer of premium, obsessively engineered mattresses for a fraction of the price. Casper, I have a Casper mattress. I'm a big fan of it. Teresa and I. In the past, I've always been very picky about my mattresses. I had the same one for far too long. And then when we moved, it was time to get a new mattress, and we tried this out, and it's amazing. Like, I've slept so well since I got it. I usually, toss and turn, and I have woken up in the same position every day.
You really
since-
use it? Because I thought initially you were going to use it as a guest bed. You got down with it.
Oh, I got down with it. As soon as it got here, we were like, oh, no, this is our new jam. This is the coolest thing. It came in a box, I'm going to say, about 2 feet by 2 feet, and then about 3 feet tall, 4 feet tall. I mean, depending on the size of the mattress you get, of course. But it comes in a completely, compact, manageable, it's all rolled up in, a sealed package. And then when you open it up, basically all the air rushes back into it. And it kind of in cartoons when someone pulls the tab on, a raft, and it suddenly goes
Right.
boom, boom, boom. That's what it does. And it's super
Did you
fun.
have to clear the room? Oh no!
Oh, well, I probably should have better. It expanded out. The cat ran away. It was great.
Did you? Now you can just put these bad boys right on the floor, right? You don't need a box spring or whatever.
No,
right?
it works on. You could put it. We have a slatted bed, so we don't even have a box spring, and it works great with that. You could put it on the floor because it's so supportive. You don't need anything underneath it. And Casper has a risk-free trial and return policy, so you can try sleeping on Casper for 100 days with free delivery and painless returns. That's a ridiculous offer. 100 days. So over 3 months.
I don't know what they're charging for these mattresses, but I bet it's $50 too much.
Well, here's the thing, Justin. My brother and me listeners can get $50 towards any mattress purchase. If you go to Casper.com/mybrother and use the promo code MyBrother, all one word at checkout, you get $50 off. Now, terms and conditions apply, of course, because...
What's that mean? What's that mean? What's that mean?
It means that there are terms and there are conditions, and they apply to the situation.
God, no. No, God. I just want it scot-free.
Well, we all want scot-free mattresses.
I don't
but
want
sometimes Scott
terms.
comes with them, and that's one of the terms.
I'm
This is
afraid
my
of
friend
conditions.
Scott. He comes with the mattress.
So go to Casper.com/mybrother and use the promo code MyBrother, and you can save $50.
And they
an
have
eye.
all different sizes, and it's a great product.
And there are no terms and conditions.
No terms and conditions. No, Griffin.
We have to
Terms
say
and conditions apply.
no. We have to say that terms and conditions apply. But don't worry, no terms or conditions to be found here.
Tell them you're with us. They know us. Tell them they sent you.
You guys are my Bambinos. We'll waive the terms and those condiciones, my man.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check with my boss upstairs. No
see if-
conditions, huh?
Let me see if I can get you a good deal vis-a-vis terms and conditions. Yeah, waived. Waived them right now. There will be, straight up though, there's going to be some terms and conditions. We're goofing. We're all having a good time now, but don't try and sneak past those terms and conditions, because they'll catch you.
Note to future advertisers, if you put the line terms and conditions apply in our copy, we will talk about it for 3 minutes. We will make sure they know that terms and conditions do, in fact, apply.
I have another message here from a sponsor that paid us to talk about them, and it is Nature Box. Heard?
But they wouldn't have to.
No, they wouldn't. They could pay us in many Belgian waffles at this point, but Nature Box is your online premier source for delicious, healthy snacks. These snacks are all made with 0 artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners, 0 grams trans fats, and no high fructose corn syrup. You can get those mini Belgian waffles. You can get some strawberry lemonade fruit stars. You can get a sweet and salty nut medley. Oh my God, those sound so good. If you go to naturebox.com/mybrother, you can get a free trial box of their favorite snacks. That's naturebox.com/mybrother. Get some free snacks that you can eat in your bed, your new Casper bed.
I got a message for Breezy B from Better Know a Husband?
That's
know.
that sounds like a weird punny name, like you better know a husband, but it actually has the name Noah in there, so I'm very confused.
That is very confusing. Happy 12th anniversary, Breezy B. I'm so excited we're doing new things together, like listening to the brothers and raising our daughter. Hopefully not at the same time. Who, by the time you're hearing this, is at least 1 year old. I love you. Here's to an exciting 12 years. And there's a note here that says, P.S. brothers, wifey likes it when you go meta.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's like we talk about like the show, but we like part the veil.
I'm wearing 3 headbands. Is that meta? I got a headband holding on my headband.
Is that true?
Yeah. I've been looking around the desk, picking up headbands and putting them on as I got bored.
I've been drinking.
That's what happened a lot this episode, huh?
Yep. 3 times at least.
I've been drinking the same cup of coffee since 7 a.m. this morning, and it's really, really, really gross. But I don't feel like going back in the kitchen and pour myself a new cup and throw it in the microwave.
Speaking of drinking coffee, I had a realization this morning that some of my classic moments that I remember the most fondly on this program and have not listened to again have been when I've been drunk at live shows. And I had this realization today when I was making my coffee and I saw that bottle of raspberry liqueur staring back at me.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
This is where it starts.
Hold on. Wait a second. You can swallow this stuff anytime.
Oh, boy.
It is always swallowable.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? You don't have to be about to go on stage. The crazy thing about alcohol that you forget sometimes, you can drink it whenever.
Yeah, it's
Drinking in the noontime,
Yeah.
drinking in the noontime, drinking at supper time. When drinking is a liquid, you can drinking anytime. You can do it whenever.
yeah. Sure.
We've got another message for Kurt.
We've got a message here for Justin. We love you, and this is a safe place.
Chambord. Isn't I pronouncing that correctly? That's the raspberry liqueur. Chambord.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
crushed it.
This message is for Kurt. It's from Coop, Jeremy, Mike, and Mike. To our favorite
boys.
sub librarian, Kurt with a C, except it's spelled with a K. Happy birthday and congratulations on finding and catching your true white whale. We hope your marriage to Becky will be a long and happy one. # Gone Girl. Wait, what?
Did you get Gone Girled?
Are you Gone Girled?
Do you guys
Kurt.
know how exponentially the rate of Gone Girling has increased since that fucking movie dropped? Didn't happen with the book because nobody reads books. When that movie dropped, Gone Girling is like 1 out of every 3 marriages ends in
That's
Gone
going to be
Girling.
John Quinones' new show, To Catch a Gone Girl.
Yeah, and not everybody pulls a Ben Affleck. Not everybody can reel it back in. You know what I mean? A lot of folks just get executed because they get Gone Girled successfully.
We probably shouldn't like delve too deeply into the plot of Gone Girl here on our where we don't want to spoil the movie Gone Girl.
Wait, are we going to travel back in time to 6 months ago when no one had seen Gone Girl?
I mean, I'll spoil the book for people because, like Griffin said, right? But I don't want to spoil a movie.
I'm just saying, keep your wits about you. And Gone Girl, the girl in Gone Girl, it doesn't necessarily refer to a gender. You can Gone husband like easy, and that's happening
called Gone
too.
Fishing.
Well, no, it's not called Gone Fishing. It'd be called like Gone Boy.
Men love to fish and ignore their wives.
It's called Bye Bye Boy, and a lot of husbands out there are bye bye boying their wives, and it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Don't do it.
Can't we just call it like Gone? What's the word? Like SO? Like Gone? Like Sayonara SO? So long SO.
see a spouse?
See a spouse.
See a
That's
spouse?
great. That's
That's
all
good.
inclusive.
But
Everybody
wait,
can
some
see a
people-
spouse.
Some people don't believe in having a state-sponsored relationship. They want to keep it open-ended.
Peace out, partner.
Peace out, partner.
Ooh, peace out, partner.
I'm saying we need to start including that as just like de facto in vows, like in sickness and in health. Also, I won't bye bye boy you at all.
I won't bye bye buddy you.
Well,
That's for like best friendships. You can buy my buddy somebody. It's just called moving.
yeah. I'm a police officer. I'm investigating. You're missing Buddy. Why are you Why are you even talking to
What
me
do you
right
mean?
now?
He lives in Indianapolis.
He moved to
and I
Indianapolis.
moved to North Dakota.
I
what?
I don't know why I'm responsible for that.
This is Biz.
And I'm Teresa.
And we host a show called One Bad Mother, a comedy podcast about parenting.
Not a parenting podcast.
Guess what? We both just had babies.
Again.
Check out the show enjoyed by breeders and ballers alike on iTunes or MaximumFun.org.
How about a Yahoo?
Okay, that's fine.
This Yahoo was sent in by Zoe Kinski. Again, thank you, Zoe. It's by Yahoo Answers user Amy Rose, who asks, I'm have a crush on Sonic the Hedgehog. Help. Lol. It gets kind of annoying crushing on someone who is probably not real. Someone cure me of my crush.
Oh, God, so much to unpack.
Not really. This person's in love with Sonic the Hedgehog, and they're not sure if they're real or not. And can any of us be sure? They're real in the sense that he's a pop icon, right? Who is we've all been in love with.
Einstein would say that there's countless universes
Yeah.
in which everything happens. We can't say what is real or what is not real because it's only our perceptions that determine that. So there is definitely a universe in which Sonic the Hedgehog is real and is
for
just
sure.
going to town on this woman.
Well,
I statistically, everything's happening in some universe at all times.
You're saying infinite monkeys on infinite typewriters with an infinite amount of time will eventually create Hamlet. Somewhere in some alt universe, Sonic is real and making love to this person.
Oh, just going to town on her.
Guaranteed.
Griffin, at this point, I'm not even comfortable calling it making love.
No, because he goes way too fast.
So fast.
Emotion is not part of it. It is just flesh machines
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah,
At this point, they're just doing what comes naturally, and that's Sonic the
quills
Hedgehog
shooting
having
everywhere.
sex with a woman.
Hey, it actually happened in the 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, we're getting completely
If you
off
want
topic.
to end your love affair with Sonic the Hedgehog, you could do like the rest of the nation did and just play any Sonic the Hedgehog game from the past 15 years.
Yeah.
Play Sonic Free Riders. See if you still have a crush on him. I guarantee you will not.
What's the one where Sonic goes to the Olympics?
Sonic 3D Blast.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Let me introduce Becky. I know you've had a hard time getting over the Sonic the Hedgehog. Can I introduce you to my friend Crash Bandicoot? Crash, come in here.
hey, what's up?
This is my friend Becky. She's been real lonely lately.
You look like you've
I'll
been
leave
hurt.
you to it.
You look like you've been hurt by an echidna.
Yeah, that's the worst part of having an unfulfilled crush on Sonic is that you know when you're the most vulnerable, Tails is going to be like knocking at your door.
Hey,
hey,
you okay?
Hey, I'm so sorry. You know you deserve so much better than that. Take it from me.
Knuckles, what are you doing here?
You get away from her. I'm so sorry he was bothering you. Listen, how you doing?
Do you
It's
want to
me.
do it in the Robotnik tonight?
Travis.
Fuck you.
Best part about Knuckles is he's into threesomes, probably.
Well, let me read you some of my fan
just-
fiction
you
that'll
just-
prove that is correct.
You just plug Knuckles into your existing relationship, and then there he is.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you like that shit.
I do. I do like that
You
shit.
can't even pretend like you don't like that shit.
No, I do indeed like that shit. I'm not going to try to deny it. I enjoyed that shit. My wife and I moved into a new apartment last year. Part of our duties/domain is gardening the backyard. Last year, we discovered a plant near our back gate in late summer that turned out to be a random marijuana plant.
Oh, boy.
Neither of us do the pot. It was a tiny plant, and so we just let it flower and figured the Minnesota winter would take care of what we didn't feel like dealing with. It died, or so we thought. This year, it appears that multiple plants have sprouted up that are totally 100% more pot. I feel bad destroying them as many people put in a lot of work to grow this stuff, but I also have no use for it, and it's kind of illegal. What should we do with this, brothers? That's from Mystified by Marijuana in Minneapolis.
Justin, what's
This
the PO
season
box?
on Breaking Bad 2.
What's the PO box number for our Huntington?
Fuck that. There's a human being. We were in Minneapolis
dude.
a month ago. There was a person presumably at that show who was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with all the pot at my house. We've been asking for years. years.
Please don't send us pot in the mail. Holy shit, please don't do that.
Oh, Hachi Machi, please don't.
Yipes. Justin as a kid, do not do that.
You should probably start selling it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, right?
Whoa.
I mean,
In this economy, leaving money on the table, it's going to be, here's what I'll say, actually, just let it be, because that shit's going to be legal countrywide in the next 2 years.
this is a
Yeah.
serious question that I need someone to tweet at me after the show and tell me the answer to this. Is there such a thing as like wild marijuana?
Yeah,
these
for
days?
sure. Yeah.
But in the backyard of like a Minnesota apartment complex, it's like, oh yeah, we got, there's some clovers growing here and like some dandelions and some weed. Like, that's a thing?
Where do you think
I could expect to find it in like a hillside out in the country.
In the
But just
Shire.
like in the Shire. But it's weird to me that a random marijuana plant, that a bird like pooped out a seed of a marijuana plant
Oh
in
my
someone's
God, you
backyard.
have so many gross misconceptions, just sort of about nature.
That's how it works. Birds, they eat the seeds and then they poop out the seeds and the seeds grow.
Then you smoke them. You smoke.
Then you smoke
if
the
you
bird
smoke
poop.
if you smoke bird poop, you will get high.
Yeah.
What would you guys legit like? Let's put the. Okay, I'm gonna open up the joke locker for a second. Take your jokes, put it in the joke locker.
Okay.
I'm gonna close it up fully. Now the jokes are in the joke locker. If you were in this situation, what would you literally do?
Well, I totally get the confusion because I'm sitting here thinking, like, one, I would be so worried that someone would find it and just immediately assume I planted it there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because the cockamamie story of it's just a random plant, I guess. Like, no one's gonna believe that, even if it's true.
How would it be discovered? Would be my question. I mean, I don't
Well, you're
understand.
in an apartment complex. There's other people living there.
Oh, by which you mean there's plenty of other people to take the fall.
Yeah.
But that could be
but it's
somebody
this
else's.
person's
But it's
plant.
this person's like job to garden in the backyard.
Oh, that's true. They're going to be the first suspect.
Yeah.
But as any good cop knows, it's very rarely the most obvious.
Do you think it was the apartment butler?
I think it was the apartment butler, Travis.
Oh, sorry, I broke into the joke locker. Let me put that back in
not really.
there. No.
Not technically.
I got that out of the
speaking.
joke shoebox that was under my bed.
Right.
I think you're right in that destroying this planet is the wrong move because it's a living thing
It's kind.
and it's kind and it wants to help you. So you need to help it and just like to pot it, very gently move it into a pot, put that pot in another pot, and then take it inside. And then you're gonna need to find the right hydroponic system for you because there's
Yeah, you're
lots of
probably
different.
gonna have to convert your bedroom.
Oh yeah, that's not a bedroom anymore. This is a no bedroom, one bath. In the bedroom, the only bed in there is a bed of that sweet, kind Carolina Kush. I know we live in Minneapolis. I know the strain was brought here by a bird. This kind strain.
A tired bird.
This
Brought this kind
This
strain.
kind kakalaki.
This bird who brought it this far and then died to bring us this sweet sticky.
He
weed.
died, and the plant grew. The bird's body nurtured the seed and gave us this kind kakalaki.
This is our life now, honey.
This is our life now. We're Breaking Bad.
We are the ones who knock. I think.
I didn't watch the whole show, and I can't now because we don't have a TV because I had to move it out of the room because this is our garden.
It got in the way of my weed.
I put the plant in front of the TV and I turned the brightness all the way up. I think it's gonna happen.
I've been talking
gonna
to it like
actually-
the Little Princess Rose. Man, that'd be a much different book.
Yeah, it'd be a way better book.
Folks, thank you so much for listening to our comedy podcast. My brother, and me. 2.0 Boys in the House.
Powerade presents.
Powerade presents. Fuck. Let me just start again.
Start the whole episode over.
Thanks. For, hey.
We didn't. I mean, we just didn't mention Powerade nearly enough.
Hey,
Yeah, you're right.
Stream Buds.
Hey, Stream Buds. Thanks so much for
Oh,
listening.
we need a
to
wet
Powerade.
stunt.
Okay, hold on.
Oh God, no!
That's what wet stunts sound like. Thanks so much for listening to Powerade presents My Brother, and Me 2.0 Boys in the House, a Powerade experience.
Yeah, I have an idea for a wet stunt.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like everybody to tweet us pictures of them choosing not to drink Powerade.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Travis, you've nailed it. Okay.
The only way we're going to
Okay.
be freed from this this power
We
prison.
have to make this relationship with Powerade as undesirable to Powerade as humanly possible.
That's what I'm saying.
So, what I want you to do is use the hashtag WetStunts to tweet pictures that just really make Powerade look unappealing. That's what I need. That's what I need you to do. Do not tweet it.
Powerade has to be in the picture. You can't just like take a picture of you going like "P.U. stink face."
And by the way, don't tweet it at Powerade.
No, because that's not what we want at all.
That's not the kind of attention we want to draw. Personally.
It would be pretty fucking funny, though.
Yeah, I just don't want to get Powerade, big Powerade, because that's
生態系で会いましょうエンドジエンドジエンドレス生態系で会いましょうエンドジエンドジエンドレスもう誰おしまいおそらくないエンドジエンドジエンドレス私もあなたもただの人エンドジエンドジエンドレスもう誰おしまいおそらくないエンドジエンドジエンドレスいつかはいつだろまた明日エンドジエンドジエンドレスもう誰おしまいおそらくねエンドジエンドジエンドレス過ち誤りあるがままエンドジエンドジエンドレスもう誰おしまいおそらくねエンドジエンドジエンドレスいつかはいつだろまた明日いつかはいつだろまたいつか生態系で会いましょう
That's like Coke, right? Or Pepsi?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't need them on my
We're pretty
ass.
big, but we're not
Yeah.
Coca-Cola big.
We're not Coca-Cola big.
That's going to be a good stunt. I want to thank John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song. It's a departure off the album Putting the Days to Bed. It's a wonderful album. We're going to be kicking it with John Roderick at Max FunCon here in a few weeks. We're really excited.
Johnny R, as I'm sure he'll insist we call him.
Yeah.
At the weekend's end.
Except that we won't call him Max. We'll probably be too nervous to talk to him. Oh, yeah. Anyway, thank you, John Roderick and the Long Winters. Also, thanks again to NatureBox, where you can order hundreds of great-tasting, healthy snacks. Go to naturebox.com/mybrother to sign up for your free trial box of great-tasting, healthy snacks.
We're also heading to John Roderick's town, which he will soon be the president of. I haven't
that's
been
right.
keeping track of it, but he's running for office in the Seattle area, which big fans of.
Yeah.
But we're doing a Pacific Northwest tour in August. We're going to Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver, August 28th, 29th, 30th, respectively. The Portland show is already sold out, so unfortunately, you won't be able to see us at that one unless you've already got tickets. But there's still tickets available for Seattle and Vancouver. If you go to bit.ly/MBMBAM Seattle and bit.ly/VANMBMBAM, tickets for that are selling out. And it's signed seating, so don't sleep on it. Go get your tickets today, and we'll see you in August.
Go listen to the other shows at the Maximum Fun Network if you haven't already. There's some really, really great shows, all free. And if you like this one, you're going to like all the other ones, like Rendered and Lady to Lady and One Bad Mother and Throwing Shade and Jordan Jesse Go and Judge John Hodgman. We all play...
Sawbones, The Adventure Zone, and and Bunker Buddies.
Yes, which are all shows we do. Travis, you have a new show. It's not on Max Fun, but you want to tell
It's
the
my
people
brand
about
new
it?
show. Yeah. So Brent O'Floss, who was my roommate in college and has been one of my best friends for 13 years, he and I launched a new show called Trends Like These. Basically, we talk about what the trending news on the internet. So, for example, last week we talked about dad bod. We talked about Jaden Smith showing up to prom dressed as Batman. We talked about Simon Pegg. So we just talk about whatever stories are trending on like Twitter and Facebook and all over the internet. It's on iTunes. It's on Stitcher. It's on everything. You can go to trendslikethese.com, and we've got links to all the different ways to listen to the show. It comes out every Thursday, and we put out mini episodes on Monday to talk about the news that happened over the weekend. So go check it out and let me know what you think.
I've got a new show too. It's called Things I Bought at Sheets. It's on YouTube. Search for Things I Bought at Sheets.
It's
with
like
a
the
Z.
best thing ever.
Sheets has a Z at the end. Things I Bought at Sheets. It's my new review quiz food review / quiz show with my friend Dwight Slappy. And we it's called Things I Bought at Sheets. And start at the beginning because you don't want to be lost. There's a playlist.
Big Gulp is on hiatus, as you all know, but we're going to be coming back for the 4th season. I think in July is when post-production will be wrapping up on that, and then we're doing the premiere at...
最大限で会いましょうエンドジエンドジエンドレスもう誰もしないおそらくエンドジエンドジエンドレス私もあなたも手のひらエンドジエンドジエンドレスもう誰もしないおそらくエンドジエンドジエンドレスいつかはいつだろまた明日エンドジエンドジエンドレスお別れをしないおそらくねエンドジエンドジエンドレス過ち誤りあるがままエンドジエンドジエンドレスお別れをしないおそらくねエンドジエンドジエンドレスいつかはいつだろまた明日いつかはいつだろまたいつか
at the Cannes Film Festival. So
Get there.
get there. Do you guys want a Yahoo?
Yeah, one last Yahoo would be great.
Here, how about a final Yahoo answer? It was sent in by, holy shit, Zoe Kinski. Thank you, Zoe.
Climbing
Kinski.
that ladder.
Climbing that fucking ladder. It's by Yahoo Answers user Someday. And I say it like that because there is an ellipses at the end of it. Someday asks, please, please help, I'm desperate. How old was Kristen Stewart when she started filming Zathura?
Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This has been My Brother, Me. Kiss